Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's the HobbyNut box arrived for this month, and I've got a few things here that are new for the website that I wanted to show you guys. I have more than just this, but these are some of the cool things that I just did, and I wanted to show those to you. So I'll do those first, and then I'll open up the HobbyNut box and show you what I got this month. So first, these are pretty cool. I've been wanting to do these, and I just haven't until now. But when I built my Ford powered Oldsmobile 442, before I decided to put the big Ford Hemi in it, I was going to try and do a cow. And I know some guys like to build their cows and stuff like that, hood cows, but I didn't know how to do that really, so I just decided to open the hood up and put a big engine sticking out instead. But these are obviously available probably all over the place, but one of the designers that I'm working with has some of these, and I decided to go ahead and print a variety of them. And this is that 66 Chevy 2, and then I've got a bigger car over here, a Oldsmobile 442 off to the side, that for some of the longer ones, that this is a smaller car, but some of the longer ones I can kind of show you on that one. But anyway, so I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones here. This one, however, looks just like this one, but there's just a slight difference that you couldn't really tell. So I'm only going to show one of them. It's hard to even tell which of these two are what's the difference in them. So I'll just leave that one to the side. But anyway, at this point of the video, hopefully after I do the video, I'll have them up on the site, but I don't have them on there right now. But it doesn't really matter because I'm filming this before you see it, so you know what I mean. It's going to work out. So this one, so what I did with this car though is, because if you have a hood, you know, the raised portion right there in the center, I just sanded that off so these would fit on there a little bit better. This one, and obviously they don't fit, they're not made for a specific car, so you would have to shape it some, but these are pretty darn cool. Yeah, that one you could stuff a big something under that one, and they're hollow, so obviously you could cut the hood out and have the big engine under it. That one fits nice on this shorter hood. And then another short one. These are, let's see, this one is a little shorter here, the one I'm showing you now, and it has a little less rake on the back. So that one there, I don't like have a name for them or anything. I'm just like that one, this one, so next one, stuff like that. But they do have a rib down the center of it, so that's pretty cool. They print out really nice. It wouldn't take much sanding at all. There are some on 3D printed stuff, there's layer lines, but they're really not that bad at all. So they're nice and smooth already. Got that one, and got some like narrow ones. Right there's one. I like them because they kind of go up toward the windshield too. That looks kind of cool. Got that narrow one right there, and it's pretty tall. And then there's a shorter narrow one right there. Got that one, and then a hood scoop for a shorter, well, I guess these other hood scoops, but this one's pretty cool. The hood scoop right there is pretty darn cool. That's kind of like your pro stock looking, or I don't know, it ain't gotta be pro stock, super, I ain't got a dang clue what they are. Anyway, that one looks really nice, and it's they're all hollow. You can see right through them, so that's pretty neat. And then these other hood scoops are quite larger. Like that one sticks out past the car, so it doesn't look right. I think this one here is too long. Yeah, so like for your bigger cars, I've got this, and this ain't a great representative of the car you might want to put it on, but it is a bigger hood. So like this one, and if you were doing a race car, obviously you would probably not have windshield wipers and stuff like that, and you would want it to go up to the windshield. So that one there, go farther back. It doesn't have the rib on the center. It is nice shape though. And the hood scoops for the bigger hoods, at least. That one has the round entrance, and then this one has the flat bottom. I actually like that better. I like the flat bottom one better. So that one's right there. That's how that one would look. But anyway, yeah, you guys know what to do. You'd have to mold it in and stuff like that. But it is it's thundering outside, by the way, if you can hear that. It's a nice start. Also, and I forgot to get a truck body down, but I've got these wheel tubs. So I don't think these would work so good for like a, I mean, maybe if somebody was doing, they could go inside the back of the car, but I'd like put them on a truck bed, and you can shorten, you know, the width, or narrow the width up however much you need it to. Those are wheel tubs. You get those in a pair just like that, and those are pretty cool if you want to tub out your truck or whatever, and use some of these wheel tubs. Got those on there. I do have these on there already. And printed out some 9-inch forward rear axles. So it's just the axle. That's all you'd get right there. You can make them any length you want. It does have holes in the end already, but if you wanted to narrow it or whatever, you could do that too. Just cut the ends of them off. So those are pretty cool. And what are these things called? Ladder bars? I don't know. Some sort of traction bars. I got two different kinds, but I'm having I had trouble with the other ones are much shorter, and they have like what's the heim joints on them, and these don't have heim joints. These are like the old school kind of traction bars that go from the rear axle up and attach to the frame. So you get those in a pair. Haven't got those on there either, but they'll be on ASAP. And then something I'm working on, and I'm having a heck of a time with getting the springs to print right, but it's this like Pro Street type, well, whatever you want to use, drag type rear clip, and they print out so nice, except having a heck of a time with the little coil springs, because they're actually coil springs. Like the spring is independent of the shaft. And this one printed out pretty nice, but I'm having a problem with the springs wanting to fail. But it comes with the reinforced housing, 9-inch forward center section there. It's got a set of drilled racing like disc brakes in the rear, calipers, and the suspension parts that goes up in here. I don't know what they're called. Then it's got the sort of like a 4-link, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is a 4-link, because you got your 4-link bars right here too. So anyway, that'll be on really soon, as soon as I can get. As a matter of fact, I've got a test print right now for some more springs, trying to get the supports like they should be for the springs. But this is cool. This thing pops off of here. As a matter of fact, while I'm on here, wasn't planning on doing this, but I'll show you how easy. It probably break. I'll show you how easy this thing comes off of here. At least the tub section. Just take your finger, just kind of break some of them loose, and give it a little twist one way, and do the twist the other way. Comes right off. So there is that, and there's a few supports right in here that you would knock off too. And then your oh, there's supports here. That's where your 4-links attach right up in there. 4-link bars. And then you have the shocks. They go up in those holes there. But yeah, this thing's pretty darn gnarly. I think it's, I don't know if it would fit under this car or not. Hood stuck on there. Oh, I guess it would. Well, yeah. So that's a rear. That's pretty cool. That rear half right there for your Pro Street car or something, and it has that nice suspension system set up in it. So yeah, when I get those figured out, I'll get those on mcvproducts.net. But those springs are pretty darn neat. They are pretty cool, but you don't want to set that the coils are collapsed or something. So I'm working on it, and I think by tomorrow, or maybe when you see this video, I'll have them figured out and have them on the site. But yeah, very nice. Nice diff too, boy. That's really nice. 9-inch Ford's got the reinforcements in there, and then the differential itself looks really nice. And those brakes, those drilled rotors, and then the calipers right there. And then that thing fits on the top of the axle, whatever that is. You dragster guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay, well, with all that said, let me clear this off, open the box, and I'll be right back. All right, well, so I got the box open, and I got some stuff. But first, really quick, again, sorry, I got 2 little eBay buys that I didn't make the haul, so I'll show those to you. Got another one of these 1911 Stevens Dure Tour. Had a price tag of $1 on it. That's an old punched out, you know, those old raised letter type of stickers. That's pretty neat. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Complete kit, 1967 edition of the Pyro, and that's pretty cool. I think I've opened it. Yeah, it's nice and blue. You would think it would have been green, but that wasn't the color of the week, so it's blue. And also, I picked up another Pyro Duesenberg SSJ Roadster. This is 1966 vintage. That's pretty cool. It's 32nd scale also. And ooh, that's nice and green. So that's cool. I'm getting quite a few of these Pyros. I think they're just the coolest kits ever. And apparently they're not so bad. Because my friend Brian, BG over at BG's Model Workshop, he's been building the Renault. And it's the vintage brass edition of the Renault. He says it's a great little kit. But anyway, those are 2 ads that didn't make the haul because they came in later. So starting off with, Mark threw this into my order. This is a Mr. Hobby Mr. Cap opener with bottle grip. So that's pretty cool. So I guess on your Mr. Hobby paints and things like that, if you can't get the darn top open, this is like a soft rubber thing. You put that on there and grip it, man. Grip it good. And you can just, it says it works on the 10mm and 18mm bottles. I guess that's what it says. I can't read Japanese, but I bet you that's what that means. So there you go. Put it on there, grip it good, and take it off. It's got all kind of little things. You got one for some kind of bottle that's got it's like a big flathead screwdriver, and you can put that on there and take it off. So anyway, thank you, Mark. Pretty cool. Got a refill for my 18mm Tamiya tape. Stuff's awesome. Best tape ever for model cars. So I got a refill for that. I got a 6mm on the dispenser. For the smaller areas. I've been using this stuff quite a bit. So when you have different sizes, man, it makes life easier to be able to tape up little places that you need. As a matter of fact, my Renault that I'm working on, I was able to use one of the other size Tamiya tapes to tape up around the brass lamps and things like that I had to paint. And the more narrow tape worked just great. I got this one in the dispenser, 6mm. And I also got a, just in case I ever decide to do a two-tone or something, or some kind of fancy paint job. I got some 2mm, and this is masking tape for curves. Tamiya also, very thin, 2mm. So I got that just in case. I got a bottle of white MCW, just white. Got Kodiak brown, really pretty color, really pretty color. There's the number. It's a modern car paint. Mango Tango metallic. That one, ooh, it's loaded with metallic. That's so pretty. It's kind of a other than it's not as dark, but these are both like kind of brown. Man, so nice. Kind of brown. It actually is Kodiak brown. Yeah, it's more than kind of brown. It actually is brown. Got a gloss black. I got a semi-gloss. I love that stuff. That Tamiya lacquer blacks, man, it's so quick, dries fast. The gloss is what I use when I do my chrome paints. I'll spray the gloss Tamiya. Takes more than one coat usually to get that high gloss, but the higher the gloss, the better your chrome paints are going to be. Okay, so your chrome paints depend on the gloss that it's going over. So when you're spraying Green Stuff World, Alclad, or whatever it may be in your chromes, except for the like the AK Super Chrome, you can spray it over anything. It's just going to be chrome. But when you're doing your like say your AKs, your Alclads, Green Stuff World, the better the gloss, the better the chrome. That's just how it works. It depends on the gloss for the chrome to look real. So yeah, so the gloss black is just the one I use, LP1. It just says black. That is your gloss black. And then your LP5 is your semi-gloss black, and your LP3 is your flat black. That's some just absolutely great stuff. Flat black, another gloss black, and another semi-gloss black. So got those to restock the stuff that I use, because I use that quite a bit. There are 2 mosquitoes flying in here. See if you guys can see that. You northern folk, I don't know if you got mosquitoes, but boy, it got warm here just a little bit, and they're everywhere. Oh, I wounded one, so he's down. All right, Tamiya buff. I don't know what it is, but I was going through Mark's. I like these colors because you can do like your interiors and things with these flat colors and these browns and tans and stuff like that. I didn't have enough of that stuff like for interior colors, so I got this. It's buff. It's LP75, and I got a yellow brown. It says DAK 1941. Don't know what that means, but anyways, LP76, and it's yellow brown. That would make a nice interior color there. And then another one that's very similar, just brown, and LP25, so that's just brown right there. But all these are interior colors in mind, is why I got these. Here's khaki. Everybody got to have some khaki pants, you know, or some khaki seats. So I got a bottle of that. Light brown. And LP77, did I say what the khaki number was? LP73. And LP77 is the light brown. And linoleum deck brown, I've used this one already. That's a nice color for whatever you want to paint. Kind of a flat brown, but linoleum deck brown. And here's one. Wooden deck tan. So that's LP16, wooden deck tan. Also got another bottle of the best primer finisher I've ever used so far. What are you comparing it to, Matthew? Well, spray cans. So pretty much after spray cans I started using this. And so I can say my absolute favorite is Mr. Hobby Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 gray. That's my absolute favorite, although it was coming from, you know, spray cans. But anyway, hey, you gotta have a favorite, right? But anyway, this stuff is great. I bet you could paint, because I mix it 50-50. You can use leveling thinner, you can use lacquer thinner. It doesn't really matter. I've used both and I don't see a difference really. But you could probably paint, I am not even joking, because this bottle, pretty good sized bottle, it's going to go twice that far. I bet you could paint 8 models. You could prime probably 5 to 8 models depending on how many coats you put with one bottle of this, and it's only like $8 a bottle, so that's a great deal. But that is some really good stuff. They got it in black, pink, white, I got that other color, mahogany. So whatever your color is going to be, it really matters what your base is that you're putting it on. So I use gray most of the time, but if you're going to have a really light color, you might want to use a white primer. If you're going to have a dark color, you can use, you know, the mahogany or black, something like that. Or if you're going to paint maybe a red, use the pink. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up as I go, but it sounds good, right? Got a bottle of AK white aluminum. So just for engine details and stuff like that, I figured white aluminum would look nice on some stuff. And another bottle of this. This stuff is awesome. Green Stuff World. I went ahead and got a second bottle before they maybe went out of business or something and I couldn't get it anymore. It's a masking, right? So for instance, well, this ain't a very good instance, but anyway, let's say you wanted to paint, I'm just going to make this up, it's not going to sound right, okay, but I'm going to do it anyway. You wanted to paint your car, but you didn't want to paint your door handle. Well, you could take this little brush in here, right, and you could brush that masking right on your door handle wherever you wanted the paint not to be, and it turns, it's kind of like a rubber. So then you paint your car, and when you're done painting, you grab a toothpick or something and that stuff peels right off. And that's exactly what it is. It's a masking. It masks just like masking tape, but it's a liquid mask, and it dries really fast. So once you paint it on there, it don't stick. I mean, it sticks, but it doesn't, like, it's not hard to get off. It kind of comes off. It just peels off, right? So try some of that stuff one day. It works really good. I like it a lot. Getting close to the end. I got another bottle of this stuff. The Miracle Liquid. Just don't drink it. It's only, miracles only happen in your paint. If you drank it, there would probably, you'd need a miracle if you drank it, but it wouldn't create a miracle. But this stuff is wonderful for your paints. It works great. It's with enamel paints, with, you know, lacquer paints, anything. I think it's a lacquer base reducer or thinner, but Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. This stuff activates, so it slows down your activation, right? As far as I can understand, if you use a regular thinner or reducer or whatever you want to call it, the reducer may evaporate too fast before your paint levels out. Well, what this does, it has a slower process of that, so it gives your paint time to level and smooth out, helping to prevent orange peel. I'm not saying it's going to prevent it, because that all has to do with how you put your paint on, with your pressures, with the distance you're spraying it from. All kind of factors factor in, but this stuff is great, and if you haven't tried it, you need to. It's some good stuff. He also has the regular thinner. He has some fast drying thinners if you want something to turn out really flat. There's another thinner he's got, and I've got some others like really fast. It's called Rapid Thinner, and it evaporates really fast for your flat paint or your flat. If you use it on a gloss, it would, so I understand, it would even almost cause a flatness to the gloss paint because it evaporates so fast. But anyway, got another bottle of that, and then I got one more tube of this stuff. Let me tell you, this stuff, it's UV curing glue. So it's UV glue, right? And this, I got this on my last haul, I believe, or my last HobbyNut order too, maybe the one before. But anyway, oh my goodness, I don't know how I've lived without this stuff, because it is just the greatest. It's in a black tube. You can't see it because UV light's going to harden it, right? But what is so cool is on my '39 Chevrolet, putting the grill in, if I'd have just used super glue, I had to get that grill just right so the hood would line up properly and all that stuff. Super glue would have been so fast setting, I probably couldn't have got it right. But with this stuff, you apply it, right? You apply the glue. It doesn't harden. It stays. It's not liquid. It's a little thicker, so it doesn't run everywhere. And then you take your little light. I think the light's sold separately. But you take your little light, and then you shine the light. Let's say you laid the glue wherever on the 5 right there. Okay, so don't do this near a window. You need to pull the drapes up, or pull the drapes when you're doing this, because if sunlight or outside light is coming into your model room, this probably isn't a good idea. So you need to black it out. But if you've got some way to black it out and you use this, it's cool. It's not going to set until you put that light on it. And when you do that on whatever part you're using, you're needing to glue, when you get it just where you want it, you take your little light and you hit it with that little UV light. Hold it there for about 10 seconds or so. I'm sure it tells you somewhere how long to do it, but yeah, you just hold it there, and then that glue sets. It doesn't leave any fog. Oops, doesn't leave any fog. It doesn't. It's practically, it's just clear. You don't even really see it. But oh my, I'm just so thrilled to have come across that stuff. And so that's the UV curing glue, and this is the little UV torch. I don't remember, does it come together or not? I don't think it does. I think you buy the light separate, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. It may come with the light, but anyway, you'll know if you go over to HobbyNut Models and check that out. And lastly, on this this video, Mark sent me this little I hadn't seen this kit, little 30-second scale 65 Mustang. So it's pretty cool. A little curbside 30-second scale Mustang by AMT. Now I have a monogram, I think it's a monogram. Let's see. I got it somewhere. It's right. Yeah, it's a monogram 30-second. What year is it? I don't know. But anyway, I didn't know AMT had one. But it's basically a 65 or 66, the one that I have. It looks like the Shelby model, the monogram does. But yeah, this is cool. And it's a super like slump buster model kit, because it's such a low parts count. There's no engine or anything, so it'd be a really fun kit to get in there. I'd love for my daughter Ellie to come build something. Man, that would be so great if she could probably build this, but she ain't gonna get on camera. She just ain't gonna do it. She's not going to do it. She's like, Daddy, I'm not going to do it. I don't know why she's so scared to be on camera. She's been on camera, right? You guys have probably seen her at the shows and stuff like that. But she will not be center of attention. So she's like, I think she said before, I'll build one, but I'm not going to be on camera. I'm like, what fun is that? But anyway, so that's the haul. Or the haul. So that's what I got from HobbyNut Models. And that's right there, the parts that I showed you. And yeah, I guess that's it. So hey guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you so much to HobbyNutModels.com for supporting my channel for as long as he has. Mark is a great guy, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And go over and check it out. HobbyNutModels.com, always linked in the description of the video. Go check it out. Grab yourself some of this stuff. Need some great interior paint, grab some of that Tamiya. That's some good stuff. Need a beautiful paint job on your model, go grab you some MCW enamel and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to go through everything again, but anyway, yeah, cool stuff. UV glue, game changer. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to go check out my website again, mcvproducts.net. I've got quite a few new things on there, so you guys go check that out after you go over to HobbyNut. And if you have any money left over, go check out my website. Also, March the 9th, which is next weekend, March 9th, 2024. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video, because I do get comments on videos that I did like several years back, and some people are like, hey man, I think you should do this, but I'm thinking, but that video was like 4 years ago. But anyway, so if you're watching this video, Roanoke, Virginia, March the 9th, the MDA Quality, I think it's called Quality Model Car Show. Anyway, I'm going to be there. We're going to be vending, going to have the ProTech parts, going to have the MCV Products parts, and I'd love to see you there. You can come meet my son Joseph. He'll be at the vending table, and I'll be walking around talking to people, looking at model cars and doing the model thing. Anyway, that'll be so much fun. Plan to see you there if you can make it. It's at the Berglund Center in Roanoke, Virginia, and it probably starts like 8 or 9 o'clock. There's also a huge car show, one-to-one car show that's there, so it is definitely worth the price of admission. So if you pay admission to see the model cars, you also get to go see the real cars. So it's a great day. But anyway, all right, so I'm done. Thank you all for everything that you've done for me, and what you continue to do for me. If you don't mind, give this video a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know if you're using any of this stuff. What about that? How long has this car been? I've just not ever seen this, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. Have you ever built that? Looks like it probably builds into a neat little car. But other than that, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care. See ya. Bye.